The dollar is doomed. Today I'm talking about the reserve currency status of the US, how it will inevitably fall off the map and become nothing but a piece of history. The question is, what currency is next? How will they approach this? And I will talk about the things that have already come up in the media and have been suggested, and we'll take a look at why those are not good. And here you can see in this chart, they're basically showing that the US has their time up. We are in need of a new reserve currency according to this. So let's take a look at this. Central bank's investment in Yuan puts the currency nearer reserve status. So they're saying that central banks are starting to buy up the yuan Chinese currency, and they're saying that that could be a viable option, or at least that's what the central banks are doing. And here they are saying that at least 40 central banks have invested in the yuan, and they're saying that that's making it more towards full convertibility because it is currently restricted. And they're saying that in time, as they buy more and more of it and keep it on the reserves, it could actually push the US dollar out and allow the Chinese currency to become supreme in this instance. However, I don't think this is really something that we should be worried about at all. Of course, this doesn't really make a difference to the individual. Which country has the reserve currency status, to me, doesn't matter. This is nothing but a fictional tale because the markets are all rigged no matter where you go. The price that it fluctuates at is all rigged. They sit down together and they decide how they're going to manipulate these prices. And of course, I just got into the high frequency trading in my previous video talking about how that's all a sham. Let me go on here. And they're suggesting here, China Daily, right here, is printing an article, and this is from the World Bank's former chief economist. He's saying replace the dollar with a super currency. And that's their suggestion, to have a one world currency in order to fix the problems. He's saying the dominance of the greenback is the root cause of global financial and economic crisis. Now, he makes a great point here. However, I don't think that a one world currency is going to be the solution. How could it be? And so he's saying right here, the solution to this is to replace the national currency with the global currency. So I would suggest to everyone watching, if you think that this would work, take a look at the euro being a smaller portion of this. It doesn't work for them. Why would it work for the whole world? And they're saying it's going to be a basket of currencies, and therefore you would have this basket backing up that currency. And I don't think this will work. I really think that this is going to be sort of like the IMF's SDR, which is backed by 188 countries of the IMF. This can't work. You cannot have a global currency, and you cannot have what they're suggesting here, and this is U.S. fiscal failure warrants the Americanized world. And this is out of a Chinese newspaper here. And they're actually saying that they need a new world order should be put in place, according to which all nations have their key interests respected and protected. That's what they're saying, that the new world order will protect us. They want a global currency, they want a new world order. And of course, China wants to be at the front lines of this new world order. Now, I have to figure, this sounds very conspiratorial, see, but if it comes out of these individuals' mouths, like the World Bank former head there, and also the Bush Senior, if it comes out of their mouths, it's fine. But if it comes out of someone like myself, then it's nothing but a conspiracy theory fear monger. Anyway, I'll continue on quickly. They're saying that the authority of the UN should be the one to have the decision to say we'll go to war. That's what they're saying right here. That no, you do not talk to your Congress, you do not talk to your parliament. We have to go to UN. And if you looked at Leon Panetta, what he said, and shockingly, right in front of the Senate, saying that they need to talk to the UN or NATO to get approval to use military action. That's criminal, and that is in fact treason. This is what I'm trying to say with this, and I use this as one example. GM taking tax dollars and moving to China. That's exactly what they did. They used bailout money to open up factories in China and Brazil. So, what am I going for with this? It's basically suggesting that our money, our entire system is being used against us. The elite are taking control, they manipulate the system up and down, and we are victims of it. So you have this, a slap right in our face where GM takes the money that they got from the bailout and profits mega billions of dollars. And this one here, youth unemployment reaches a record high of 24.4% in the Eurozone. Millions of people unemployed. And in the fact we have in the US, it is basically suggesting that this whole economy is gone. Why? Because we've employed things like NAFTA, which have shipped the jobs over the seas into places like Brazil and China, especially in China, and they are basically never to come back. That's why I'm suggesting that a one world currency and a new world order couldn't possibly fix this problem. All it will do is bring power into the hands of the few. And of course, that's what they want. That's what they publicly state. So why wouldn't that be the cause and the solution that they're suggesting? It's pretty obvious. Take a look at this. This is the executive orders. I always come here periodically to look how often these executive orders are written. This is Obama illegally signing things into law. April 3rd, and not 5 days later was there another executive order signed. This is just one example. March 20th, April 3rd. If I just briefly scroll down here for a moment, March 20th, the 17th, the 6th, February. He is signing so many executive orders you can barely keep up, and every single one of these is illegal as far as I'm concerned, and they are null and void. They are not part of the law, yet he is signing them in every few days in this case, and they're becoming more and more. I've read that he has already signed in over 1,000 executive orders into law. This is absolutely terrible, and he's continuing on with this policy. So what they want with the reserve currency status ultimately doesn't matter, because it's all going to come down. It's going to crash. And this is one of those reasons when you allow individuals to have too much power, the elite structure, the multinational corporations, to have this kind of power, they're going to crash it, and they're going to try to take advantage of that. The Rothschilds have done it, the Rockefellers have done it, and so many others throughout history. We have that as historical data, and here we are again facing that in front of our very eyes. We need to be prepared in advance. It's coming down. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And of course, there are many people now joining the Money GPS Insiders. I hope you will be on there if you're not already. That is basically an extension of the work I do here on YouTube and in my book. The book, of course, being sort of my cornerstone of everything I've done here. I hope you'll enjoy that. And if you do enjoy that, give me an email. Please send me an email and get on the Insiders. That's the fastest way to get a hold of me. That is at themoneygps.com. Scroll down to the bottom, fill in your email address, and basically you'll get occasional emails from me, and I hope to see you there.